Hope all the participants have gained gallons of knowledge on the topic Trendy Triumphs, that is Achievement Motivation at Workplace, by our resource person, Dr. A. Ganeshan Sir, Professor of English, Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda College, Chennai. We all know that humor plays many roles in our lives. Not only it is useful to entertain and to amuse, but it can also serve to break the ice and put at ease. It can ameliorate awkward situations and assuage tense ones. So it's viable as a consideration in communicating with diplomacy and tact. It can contribute to human flourishing and well-being, and it also perpetuated and damaged the workplace morale, which creates a negative opinion on us. So today, our resource person, Professor T. Ravichandran Sir, Professor, Department of Humanities and Social Sciences from Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur, will deliberate on the topic quipping quips, that is humor in the workplace, and he is going to guide us on how to create and construct a positive environment at the right time in our workplace using the humor. But before going to that, let me take a privilege to introduce our today's person, Professor T. Ravichandran Sir. T. Ravichandran Sir is presently working as a professor of English in the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences at the Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. He had more than 30 years of affluent teaching experience and held many administrative positions, including the Vice Chairman of Graduate Aptitude Test and Engineering and Chairman for Senate Undergraduate Committee, SUGC, at IIT Kanpur. He did his PhD from Pondicherry University and won the Gold Medal Prize for his PhD work on fluidity of identity in John Wirth and Thomas Beecham. He did PGTE and PGCT from IFLU, Hyderabad. He graduated from the American College, Madurai, where he won the A.V. Tilak Prize for standing first among BMA candidates. He published many books, such as Postmodern Identity from RBSA Publishers in the year 2007. He also published more than 51 academic publications, and he also edited a special issue on cyberpunk literature for the Creative Forum Journal. He gave many plenary talks and lecture sessions as a keynote speaker, chief guest speaker, and a resource person. He presented more than 58 notable presentations. Among his presentations are Bucknell University, Pennsylvania, Florida Atlantic University, Florida, Kogakuin University, Tokyo, Japan, Seoul National University, Seoul, South Korea, Lucien Laga University, CPU, Romania. He supervised 10 doctoral theses and 9 scholars awarded with doctorate, and 2 are waiting for Viva and 1 is in progress. He was a program coordinator for the PhD of Ansel Lewis in 2011 and a co-supervisor for the PhD program of C.K. Sanjoy in 2012, and also in the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences, Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur. His research interests are postmodernism, the anthropological literature, climate fiction, sci-fi films, cyberpunk, postmodern science.
Madam, Vanishri madam. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Vanishri madam.
Sir, Vanishri madam is offline, I think. You can start, I think.
Okay, no issues. So I'm just giving one more minute so that I set up my presentation, and and once I set it up, her presentation will go. So let's see if she's appearing. Otherwise, I'll just start now.
Yes, sir. I think power comes, she may be in touch.
Okay.
Year 2014.
Yeah.
Okay.
Teaching at Duke University.
Hello,
In addition, he is
Madam Vanishri, Madam.
Yes, sir.
Madam, you are not audible for previously. Your screen is not visible. For last 2 minutes, you are not able to audible to you.
Ma'am, it's okay. You like continue and finish it. Yeah. Even
1
if you
second,
don't,
sir.
yeah.
Sorry, sir.
No, it's okay. Yeah. Technology, we are helpless.
Sorry. He is a recipient of prestigious Fulbright Nehru Academic and Professional Excellence Fellowship Award in the year 2014 and 15 for his research and teaching at Duke University, North Carolina, USA. In addition, he is honored with the Champadevi Gangwal Chair Professorship at IIT Kanpur. So today, resource person Professor T. Ravichandran sir. Sir, with a long list of meticulous achievement and glory, I invite as a resource person. Welcome, sir. I hand over the session to you, please.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you all the participants. So thank you, ma'am, and thank you all the participants. I'm audible enough.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
Okay. This was the most wonderful presentation of my bio before any of the webinars that I have done. So very meticulously organized, and all the best pictures from my web has been selected and very nicely presented. That speaks volumes about the kind of work that you have been doing, and I am very happy and proud to be associated with your group. Thank you, Vani ma'am. Thanks to your head. Thanks to the entire organizing team for making this possible. There's another thing I should also tell about the kind of quality and the meticulousness that you're trying to bring to your session is that although some of the participants already told me that they have done 2 of my courses, online courses, and in one of which I already talk about this humor in communication in general and workplace. So this is the first time like somebody wanted that this should be there in their course, and they wanted that this will make a difference, and the way they planned it, to give a kind of parting gift to the participants. So that's like so far nobody has been thinking that humor is very important, and that should be really part of any FDP or short-term courses, and this is something that this team has thought of. So I would like to commend them on their thinking and planning, because much of what you do in life is all about how you plan and then execute the way you have planned. So it's been done in a very nice manner, as I could see, and I hope the participants are greatly benefiting despite the environmental conditions that is technologically creating problems, etc. Fine. So what am I going to do? At least the next 1.5 to 2 hours, relax, and then I just want you to impinge on your mind that today humor has become a very important soft skill, whether it is in your personal or in your professional life. Now, personal life, I need not tell so much, because there are many situations in personal life where when you are asked a very problematic question, just by a smile you can dissuade your critics, Just by a smile, you can capture so many hearts. Just by one witty anecdote, one joke. I was in many interview panels where I have been selected for my that sense of humor, or I have been in panels where the candidate has made us laugh for something or other, some situational humor, and we selected the candidate. So humor and health both go hand in hand, and today workplace is becoming a kind of suffocating, rottening place. A lot of there's no workplace without any kind of politics or gossiping, manipulation, and all these things. But humor has this power that can kill all politics, that can kill everything, and then it can rejuvenate the workplace. Now, in the next the presentation, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to give you some disclaimers at the beginning. Although it is a lecture on humor, you may not laugh all the time because some ideas I'm going to tell you in a very serious manner, but you will also laugh. So why I'm saying this, it's not a stand-up comedy session, it's not a comic show, it's not a comedy movie, but I just want you to understand that this is a very excellent soft skill strategy that we need to have, that for our health, for our happiness, for the health of the environment, for making us happy and comfortable in the workplace, for creating a comfort zone in the workplace. Humor plays a very significant role. So I'm going to start with the significance of humor in communication. But as I said, as I'm doing it, I'm also going to give a kind of demo. If some of you will be wondering, how can I use humor? So my face itself is serious. You should know that most of the great comedians, their face is serious. Only when they are serious, they'll be able to evoke laughter. But after evoking it, they will also laugh. Okay. Some people think that basically I'm a introverted person, I'll not be able to do. There's nothing like that. The lecture is going to tell you that all of us have that innate sense of humor. We are capable of having a sense of humor, for humor, and for creating this and making all our lives happy, healthy, and nice place to live and enjoy the life that we have. So, as I said that I'm going to also kind of demo those who feel that I will not be able to use humor at all, and how can I do that? Okay, so I'm just going to tell you, you can use videos, you can use uh, memes, you can use anecdotes, you can use short stories, you can use jokes, and you can use situational humor, and you can use the things that you're observing in your life. The best humorists are the ones who observe humorous situation from their day-to-day life and then share it in the manner in which it's evoking laughter. They do not hesitate to make jokes on themselves. Uh, R.K. Lakshman, the famous cartoonist, was given a place in Times of India, topmost floor, where he can just stand on the window and look at the people around. And every day, every cartoon, he was just observing them and then finding a very funny, humorous situation, and then he was drawing the cartoon. Okay, so these are things just to boost up your confidence and also to support and motivate you to use this in your personal as well as in professional life. Now, I'm going to start with some interactive type of videos. I want you to participate and then think aloud on this one. So as I start, I just want to tell you that most of these things are part of my courses on communication and soft skills. So I teach interview skills, and then we all know that as a teacher we need to have certain rights. Okay. Now, for a teacher, we will say that the teacher has to be cheerful, the teacher should be enthusiastic, teacher should be proactive. We also say this for a candidate in the interview. that you should be cheerful, you should be enthusiastic, proactive, and most important, you should be communicative, and the communication should be effective. You should be confident, and you should be humorous, and you should be able to answer all the questions. Okay. Now, are they enough to get a job, or are they enough to make a good teacher? Now let's watch a video and then we decide on that. So I'm using two devices. I will be stopping one and then going to another one where I have set up the video. So watch this video, and just after the video, then I'll be able to tell you like what is that I was trying to convey to you. So let me present the video. I hope you are able to see the video, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me start. Okay.
Congratulations. What? This is a reception. When did you get married?
I'm not getting married. This is the front desk. What do you want?
I'm looking for a job. I read in the newspaper that there is an interview being held.
Yes. Take a right and go to the third room on the left.
Are you able to?
Congratulations.
We're able to see and hear. Hello.
Yes.
Just stop the video, sir.
Okay. Sorry. Actually, the video was not visible to me, so that's why I was asking you. So again, I'll start and let me know whether you are able to watch it, and then I will continue. So you are able to see the
You're able to see the
video.
screen,
Okay.
sir. Could you
Okay.
please?
What? This is a reception. When did you get married?
Can you see both video and audio?
Yeah, but could you please make it as a full screen, sir?
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, fine, thank you.
I am not getting married. This is the front desk. What do you want?
I'm looking for a job. I read in the newspaper that there is an interview being held.
Yes. Take a right and go to the third room on the left.
Thank you. Congratulations once again, huh?
Next. Please take a seat. What are you doing?
Taking the seat, sir. You're sitting on a chair. Are you the chairman?
Just sit on a chair. What will you have?
A job?
I meant tea or coffee. Forget it. What is your name?
It's Supandi.
Good. And Supani, are you single?
Yes. The lady outside is married. She has a reception.
Okay. Do you have any hobbies? Do you play sports or games?
I love playing games. One game I like is hide and seek. 1, 2, 3. Not my day.
What is wrong with you? I don't want to play the game right now. Come back here.
Sorry.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Sir, I see myself being 5 years older.
Do you think this is a joke?
No, sir. This is an interview. This is a joke. Why did the chicken cross the road?
What is wrong with you? How do you expect this interview to work out?
Sir, I have to work out in an interview? I didn't know. Otherwise, I would have got my gym clothes.
Out!
Huh? Who got out? Is there a cricket match?
Please leave. Passport just got vacant. We don't have a vacancy.
You gave me the last spot? So kind of you, sir. I will join from tomorrow. Everyone, go home. I got the last opening.
You fool! Leave this office before I call the police!
Oh,
Okay. Before I start, I just want you to tell me what is it that this person was lacking. Although it was full of humor, but I use it for both teaching interview skills as well as communication. What is it this person is lacking in terms of skill that has not made the employer select him? So very quickly you can put it on chat. Okay, miscommunication. How did it happen? Miscommunication. So in terms of skill, what is the skill that he is not having? If you look at it, he has all the things, like he's cheerful, he's enthusiastic, he's proactive. Why he's not speaking the right word at the right time? Tell me. He's even communicative, confident, humorous, and he's answered all the questions. So language barrier is not that they're speaking in English. So lack of understanding why, which skill he is not having. He seems to be an intellectual. He's also serious for the job. Actually, although it's presented in a humorous manner, but we see this kind of candidate in interviews, and we could not select this kind of candidate because the candidate is not suitable for the post of a teacher. The reason is the candidate may be qualified on paper but lacking a very important skill. What is that? Not necessarily formalities. He appears to be very formal. So in terms of communication, we talk about reading, writing, speaking, and one more important skill. Common sense is not a skill. Yeah, LSRW, what is that? He's missing. Listening. Yeah, very good. Listening. And we all know the difference between hearing and listening. He's only hearing, he's not doing active listening. Active listening is using your eyes as well as your ears. Okay, so he's just getting the sounds enter. He's not able to process it. He's not able to assimilate. That's the reason why he's not getting selected, because if he's selected as a teacher and sent to the classroom, students will ask some doubts, he will answer something. Okay, so that is one thing. But I just wanted to use this as a kind of introductory anecdote, and we'll go to the topic, why humor? Okay, why humor? Now, to humor is to put someone in a good mood, either by telling jokes or doing something. Now, even when a person is in a bad mood, if they have some faith in you, and if you crack a joke, and if they have a good sense of humor, they will laugh. It's the best way you can come out of, make the person come out of this thing and create some good mood also. And when you are humorous, you are actually provoking laughter and make everybody around you relax. We all know people when they come to our home or office, and when they crack jokes without hurting others, everybody looks for that kind of person to relax. So it's such a joy to have that kind of person. So it's important to be humorous in life, as it minimizes worries and enhances happiness. Laughter is the best medicine. Laughter therapy nowadays has become so popular. You might have seen people belonging to laughter club coming to the morning or evening in parks and then openly laughing out. Participants, please mute your mic when I am presenting. And this Elankani Nagendra, please mute your mic. It's disturbing others. Yeah, thank you. And you can mute, put off your video also, so that others do not get affected by the bandwidth. So this is the limitation of Google Meet. So if you switch on your video, it will affect the bandwidth. Audio unnecessarily, like not more than 2, it will let people to discuss. So better the speaker and the organizer, but your turn will come. When I ask you to respond, that time you can respond. Thank you, thank you. Laughter is the best medicine. So as I said, laughter therapy is there. People just laugh out loud in the morning, evening, and people who learn how to laugh at themselves and at unforeseen circumstances, they live longer and in a very cheerful manner. In life, we tend to forget sad moments and cherish happy occasions. So, very rarely some people remember some sad thing that might have happened. But normally, when we look back and then think about a person, we normally remember the person who made us happy, at least who didn't harass us, who didn't give us a lot of this thing. We will always fondly remember about those people. So they will happily remember those people who made us laugh. And as a communication strategy, as I said at the beginning, it can be used as a very effective communication strategy. As I said at the outset, people get selected in the interviews if they're able to show a light-hearted sense of them using appropriate humor. Sometimes it should not look like they're just dropping jokes for the sake of doing it. No. Using appropriate humor, so you will be able to take even your enemies into your confidence. Great playwrights like Shakespeare used appropriate humor to intensify the emotional content of their plays. For example, Shakespeare's Hamlet. Humor is used in incongruous situations. Like the time the ghost appears, at the beginning, the ghost appears, it's supposed to be a very terrifying and horrifying kind of scene. The dead person is coming as a ghost and talking to the sun. Okay. But before that and immediately after that, Shakespeare spices up with humor. Same thing with, and then the grave diggers actually indulge in a lot of humor, although there is an innocent character like Ophelia is dead, but the grave diggers' humor is actually preparing as to accept something very serious, and later again he will bring in humor to reduce the kind of pain overload that we are taking in terms of the tragedy that we are witnessing. So great playwrights, they will always juxtapose this. They'll prepare us with humor and they will prepare us for the tragic story they are going to tell, but then they will also relieve us using humor. So they'll bring characters. So that is why even in great tragedies, the success depends on the small minor characters who come evoke laughter when we are so seriously involved in it. So the pain becomes unbearable, but at the same time, when you have to be serious, you have to be serious, like mourning the death of a person. At that point, when everybody is serious, you have to be serious, but when you have to console someone in person, and if the person is your friend, so that is the time you can actually use this. Somebody's audio is on, please mute your mic.
Sir, me only, sir.
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sir, could you please raise your voice a little bit, sir? Here we are able to, it is okay here, but in YouTube, a little bit required.
Okay. Actually, I'll do that. My mic is in full volume. My audio is also full. I'll also raise. But one thing, those who feel that the volume is low, they should put their audio to 100. So put it in full. So even in YouTube, just see whether your audio is full, then it will be fine.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry for that.
Yeah. As we have checked it, I have given this for others. So in the wherever they are using, you just tell them to keep their mic in full, audio in full.
Okay.
It will be fine. Thank you.
Thank you,
So,
I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, it's okay. Now, even jokes and humorous anecdotes can break monotony in communication. Long lectures, serious discussions, sometimes minor jokes. If you have seen very efficient communicators, what they will do is the serious talk itself, they will try to bring some humorous facts, humorous situation, or the way they present it, they will try to bring in humor because they know that it's a very boring topic. I always remember my one grammar teacher who made the classes interesting by sprinkling them with humor. Grammar and glamour both have the same origin, interestingly, word origin if you go. And he's one person who was making his grammar classes so glamorous, scintillating, sparkling, and we will enjoy the grammar because the sentence he will make will be humorous. You will laugh at the sentence, the way he will present it, the way he will take liberty to make fun of each other, because he being a senior teacher. So entire grammar class will be full of laughter, humor, and we were looking forward towards grammar. And previously we were very unhappy with the previous teacher, and many were not attending classes and they found grammar a boring subject. And with this teacher, everybody developed interest in grammar and developed their vocabulary skills. I think Mr. Mohan Kishore, please mute your mic. Mohan Kishore.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, mute it.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Thank you. Now, levels of humor. Now, humor can be used at various levels. At a simple level, smile itself can reduce pressure. As many places it is said, smile, it improves your face value. So, and it relaxes a lot of your muscles. So that itself will create a kind of cheerful environment. That's at the basic level. And as Victor Bore says, a smile is the shortest distance between two people. A smile is the shortest distance between two people. At a higher level of humor, it's like making one laugh to the point of crying. If your humor is good, healthy, effective, and positive, like some of the movies, Charlie Chaplin's movies, some very good cartoons, we may have belly laughter. So the high level of humor, but there is also a low level, which sometimes people do, which should be avoided, especially in a professional, also in a personal one. They're passing sarcastic remarks that will evoke humor in one group, but at the cost of making jokes on another individual. Often it may be related to disability, it may be related to the physical stature, the height, okay, short or fat or lean, okay, dark, okay, or extremely white. So look, that elephant, see the elephant is coming, okay, referring to a person who is fat. Now this sarcasm is something I'm cautioning that should be avoided, because people will very soon start disliking you. And I'm saying that you use humor, you should be very careful about this low level of humor, and poking fun at others, teasing others, thinking that you are using humor, laughing at others as disability, joking on others as physique, race, caste, particularly today, religion. If you joke, it has become a very sensitive thing, can go to communal rights level. So one has to be not only personally right, but also be politically correct. And these are all negative, and it should be carefully avoided. And with a simple smile, you can reduce the distance. A sarcastic joke can distance a person forever. For example, in an unknown group, when you smile, give an open smile, one or two people will come to you on your own and they will talk to you, because they think you are approachable. And how they find out? Just by the body language of your smile. Whereas if it is using sarcasm, people will, even the close people will leave you. So that is something that you should avoid. And in terms of developing humor, you don't have to develop it, okay, as a kind of skill. As I said at the beginning, all of us have that. It is something that we are born with. And the newborn child uses smile, laughter to show appreciation, liking, comfort, warmth, etc. And that is something that we can learn from the babies. Rarely some babies will look very sad. That may be due to some physical uncomfortable situation. Otherwise, even we'll be inspired to look at small babies, and when they are even sleeping, they'll be smiling. So our elders used to say, oh, in dream they are dreaming something funny, so they are smiling. But that is there in all of us. When we grow up, somehow we give up these things because of the societal work pressure. Okay, but all the time I have experienced, I have always had, or I don't know whether it's a privilege to have group of friends who have always been humorous. We were interested in creating skits at college. We were always discussing skits in a humorous manner. Sometimes those days it was even pulling each other, sarcasm. But that was between students, same level it was okay. But at a professional level it will not work. But the point I was making is that even in work situation, when you have like-minded people and when you create this humor as a kind of communicative strategy, any kind of work pressure is tolerable because you are able to laugh at any kind of stressful situation. And that, of course, becomes the remedy. Watching cartoons. Some people enjoy cartoon even at any age. Cartoon has no age. Only the humor content we need to see. And comic programs, different comic programs are there nowadays on TV, even online platforms, YouTube. So watch this one. And even sharing interesting anecdotes can help one to develop humor. Laughing before sleeping gives one a peaceful sleep. So many people even have this, although they say that better not to watch TV and all that at night, but even hearing some comic program, okay, audio, or even watching it for 10-15 minutes and then laughing, having belly laughter and then sleeping, one will have very peaceful and healthy sleep. So some people have that as a practice. They watch one good humorous program before they sleep. So what are the benefits now? As I said at this beginning, health and humor, they go hand in hand. The moment you lose your sense of humor, you will become unhealthy, you will become depressed, you will get all the emotion related diseases. What are the three basic emotion related diseases? Thyroid, diabetes, and later blood pressure. All are emotion related diseases. The big mega corporates exploit this situation and then they capture us and they start giving tablets and they say till your death you have to eat it. Okay, but if only we are able to control our emotion and add humor, we can escape all these ones. Because when you laugh, you breathe freely and easily, and it enhances respiration also. You relax many of your face muscles, it enhances blood circulation, suppresses stress and strengthens your immune system. Humor eases tension. So in unusual places, unexpected situations, in airports. Okay. In the introduction, it was told that I was a Fulbrighter and I was in the United States. And I was about to give a lecture and I have to reach that place in time and the flight gets delayed there also, especially during winter. I was so worried and I wanted to, it's an early morning flight and I was just rushing. I was so tensed, okay, and I wanted to not to miss the flight, and although it was not very crowded, I was just going. But that's one particular flight. And later I realized that the staff have been instructed to use humor so much. And when I was entering, there was this officer who lets you in after checking the ticket and all that. So he was just standing and he was coming from my side. And it's like a single pathway, not much way for going. So when he came in front, I moved this way. So he also moved this way. Then I thought that, okay, I will give way this side. Then I moved this way. He also moved this way. And then I was about to move this side. And then he said, shall we dance? Okay. All my seriousness was lost and I was so tense. And I never imagined somebody will crack an officer like him who was looking very formidable, like a police officer, and somebody like him just making a joke out of that situation. It was looking like we were dancing, we were moving here and there. I said, let me stop, you please go this way. And then he just smiled and he went. Okay. And in the flight again, Unlike in India, like this one flight they have where the seats will not be booked. Anyone can sit anywhere. If you go first, you can sit in the front one. You can go to the last one also. So people were kind of sitting in the front, and they were not moving towards the last this one. Okay. So then the air hostess was there, and then she was just trying to make people go to the back side. So, and then people were not going. And then just she said that passengers, please note that when we are landing, first time the flight will land on the back wheel. So she was just saying, she said that, so you will land first, so why don't you go to the back? People just enjoyed that, and then they started moving. So, and then she later said, all of us are going to go out at the same time, so don't worry, go back. But what I was trying to tell you is, cracking jokes at unusual place where people are so tensed, okay, it reduces that tension, and it actually makes people live healthy. So it also makes you successful in transactions, so in business transactions. So creating humor, as I said from the beginning, in interviews reveals a light-hearted hidden personality. In fact, it's very difficult to create humor at the right moment in the appropriate manner. Most of the times it is a situational humor, like the panel members find something ridiculous, laughable in the way you said. I mean, in the good sense, they could not control their laughter, and they laughed the way you are delivering something. But I tell my students, be relaxed, because only when you are relaxed, you will be able to create that kind of environment. And if you are able to do that, if you are able to make the members laugh, 99.9% you are selected for the interview. So that I don't know, even I had been there, should select a candidate, and I had been in my interviews. My PhD interview was full of humor, because the teachers were known to me, and I was doing something seriously, but they found it very funny, and they probed more questions. My even first job interview, they laughed. And I realized that even the interview panel members are sitting so grim and serious. They are all looking for a person who is just making them relax. And they're so thankful to the person for making them relax, and they're so happy to even give the job. So that one needs to do a lot of psychological study, but from personal experience, I find that it happens. So when you make people laugh, you win that things easily, convey a very difficult message in an effective manner also. So humorous stories are seldom forgotten. So I always remember this story that has been told by my one teacher, which I would like to share it also. So this story he used to tell us in a communication situation, and I'll tell you the story and then explain the situation. So there is a professor, and he wanted to buy frogs for conducting experiment with his students. So he called a very famous company that supplies all lab equipments, including live frogs, live cockroaches, whatever you want. Okay. So he called the owner, and then he asked him, I just need 50 frogs for a batch of students for an experiment. Can you send them tomorrow morning? So he said, fine, sir, but just tell me what frogs you want. Is it American frog or Chinese frog or Indian frog? What type is that you want? The professor was puzzled. He said, hey, in frogs, do you have this kind of categories? He said, yes, sir, of course. Then why don't you come and have a look at yourself? He said, okay, in the evening I am coming. So in the evening he went, and then he took him to the factory, and then where he had kept these three types of frogs, and they are all in containers, transparent containers, and you can see one strange thing the professor found in that, and he found that the American frogs, Chinese frogs, and then Indian frog, all three were there. But in the American frog, he could see the cover is on the top. Okay. In fact, it's sealed on the top. Chinese frog, again, it is sealed on the top. Okay. Bottom like no seal. Now, in Indian frog case, bottom is sealed tight, top was left open. This was so strange, so surprising. The professor asked him, what is this looking so funny? Why? Why are these American frogs and Chinese frogs you have sealed it on the top? So he said, sir, these frogs are very active. So if you don't put the seal on the top, okay, if you don't close that with the lid, they will jump out. They are very active, they will jump out. Then the professor was surprised. He felt very bad. He thought that, are you saying that Indians are lazy and they are less active? He said, no, sir, no, I'm not saying that. But he said that, and he asked, aren't the Indian frogs active, sir? They are more active. They are much more active than these American and Chinese frogs. Then the professor was puzzled. Then what is wrong? So why don't you put it? Sir, they are more active than them. But I didn't tell you about the tendency they have. What is the tendency? All these Indian frogs have a tendency that if one frog will try to jump out, the other frog will pull it down. So one frog jumps, other one pulls it down. So one jumps, other pulls it down. So much so that at the bottom, we have put 2 seals. Can you see that? Because we don't want them to break the seal at the bottom and come out from the bottom. So our professor used to tell this when students make fun of other students who try to speak in English or who try to develop their presentation skills. Oh, they will say that, oh, you will speak like a guy from London. Oh, you speak like an American. Oh, you forgot your place where you are from. No, he told this story. He said that this is a human tendency. Okay, and you call it Indian frog tendency. Whenever you do something, they will pull you down. Okay, but you decide whether you want to stay at the bottom or ignore them and push yourself ahead and go. So on the one hand, he said this, and on the other hand, he told all other people who were trying to pull down. Somebody was trying to make improvement on communication skills. He used to say that, do not pull down others. You cannot encourage them. You do not do this. So he said that I don't believe that Indians have this tendency, but some of the people do have. So this is an exaggerated story. Okay, but he said some of them have this, and if you are in the class, I request you stop. Now I remember this. This was told maybe long before. But every time when I teach communication to students, and when students come and tell, sir, if I am speaking in English, she's making fun of me, he's making fun of me. So I used to tell this story, okay, and I used to tell them, encourage others. If you cannot encourage others, you just stop discouraging them. Do not have this tendency, because as a group, we are getting affected. So nothing other than using this story to illustrate. So I'm just, as I said, I'm trying to make it humorous, but at the same time, I also want you to understand, using appropriate stories, people will never forget in their life. I can forget any other story, not this one. And this is the first story that will come to my mind when students tell me that, sir, somebody is complaining, somebody is pulling me down. This is the first story I tell them. Now, some very interesting thoughts. One, Bill Cosby, he says that through humor, you can soften some of the worst blows that life delivers. And once you find laughter, no matter how painful your situation might be, you can survive. And Charles Dickens, who suffered a lot, he says, there is nothing in the world is so irresistibly contagious as laughter and good humor. He creates so humorous characters in his novels, so memorable, so humorous, so funny. But although he has undergone very tough things in life, he believes in this, that it is irresistibly contagious. You laugh and you will make others laugh. In fact, the laughter therapy itself is first laughing artificially. First they start laughing artificially, and then after that they will continue. In fact, in one of the short-term courses, like this is actually online, which is very difficult to do that. In offline, all of them are face-to-face, and then the instructor actually laughs heavily and then tells everyone you follow. So they laugh, and after some time, it reaches a level where it's difficult to stop laughing because it is contagious, it is irresistible, it will continue. Now, the first part I've been discussing about the significance, and actually I'm going to the crucial part about humor in workplace. So what did I do so far? I wanted to tell you that humor creates good mood and spreads positivity around. If you want to be seen as a positive, healthy person, use humor wherever possible, without using sarcasm, without affecting others' sense and sensibilities. Use it wherever possible. It keeps you healthy. It minimizes worries and enhances happiness. And we always remember those who made us laugh. And we even those who hurt us. Sometimes it's very difficult for us to forget them and even forgive them. But whenever you want to recall some good situations, you will always remember those who made you laugh, and you'll be grateful to those people. Humor can be used as a very effective communication strategy, and when humor is mixed with even horrifying and tragic moments, it makes the horror or the pain bearable. But be serious when you have to be serious, and similarly, jokes and humorous anecdotes can break monotony in communication. Simple level, it can be smile, but higher level, it's belly laughter, but the lower level is sarcasm, which completely should be avoided. Okay, cracking jokes or other racial, other status, so that should be avoided. And developing humor is a natural process. You don't have to develop like a stand-up comedian or a great comedian. It's an innate thing. So only we need to look at the way we'll be able to do that. And in communication, humor makes you successful in transactions and helps you to convey a message effectively. Now, let us look at another small video to indicate that in communication, it's all in perspective. Okay. So again, I will stop sharing the PPT and then I will go to the audio. This is in another system. Okay, I think you are able to see the picture.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. I'll start the video. If it is not visible, you just interrupt me. Otherwise, you just enjoy watching it. Okay. So it's about like just trying to tell you it's all in the perspective, how you see things. I use this to sometimes teach stress management, and then I will come to what I tell them at the end. But right now you enjoy and see what happens. So that's just to illustrate that it's all in the perspective, and sometimes we think that something is wrong. Actually, it's not wrong. So here, as you might have understood, that this person is thinking that the system is wrong, but actually it is not that way. let me go back to the presentation. So I use this to even teach stress management. We talk about different types of stress, and after that I tell them sometimes we overstress. Okay, we think that we will try to sort out the situation in a manner which we think is right, but sometimes the perspective is completely wrong, and we think that we are the ones to give the right solution, and we stress so much about it. And when we are actually pulling in the opposite direction, and we have completely misunderstood the entire situation. So there I try to tell them that don't stress out when it is not required, and it all needs a perspective to take things into consideration. Okay. Now, coming to our major thought on how we can bring that to workplace, and to continue with the importance about laughing and living. Now, I remember attending the funeral ceremony of an eminent person whose dead face had a remarkable smile. Just like Mona Lisa's enigmatic smile, this person, although he passed away around 58 or so they have kept him on the chair, is known to me. And by looking at the face, I was not able to feel tragic. There's a smile on the face, and looking like I am awake, comfortable, I'm happy even at this point. No, that everybody said that maybe the son and the daughter-in-law, everybody treated him well, and so he passed away in a very quiet, contentment kind of life. He went with a very satisfied life, fine. But I was thinking what kind of life that he was living to have that smile at that point, and I was wondering is it not something that we should emulate? Like if we are able to add laughter as part of our life, and if you are able to have smile all the time, and even at the last minute, if you can smile, if you can understand, okay, this is my last minute of my life, but why I should keep my face so horrible so that everybody looks at me and then cries, and then I should evoke it. Let me keep my smile even at that point. Let me relax people even in that serious thing. So that attitude, that thinking, and I thought that should become one's way of life. And that's something I keep asking. How many of us can assure that we can die with a smile on our face? And how many faces are so horrible to look at? And while we know for sure that it is not possible to give any assurance in this regard, although we may try, there's no assurance, but we all know that it is possible to keep smiling when we are living. Okay, when we are living, we can smile. We can make others feel happy when they look at our face. Consciously look at the mirror and smile and go. And then when your face is so rigid, you tell, oh no, I should smile. You smile, change your face, and then look at others. We all like the smiling face of someone. Of course, we like someone. We gravitate towards someone because that face was smiling. Whether it is love, whether it is friendship, whether it is creating professional bond, we all get attracted to that person who was smiling. Sometimes we make wrong judgments. Okay, as Shakespeare again says in Hamlet, one may smile and yet be a villain. There are people who use smile to attract, ensnare people and then trap them. Okay, but we will learn from experience later. We will also know that this is not a genuine smile, this is a false smile. But the point I'm making is, when we make that as an integral part of life, it's making us happy and keeps the people around happy. Somebody's mic is on. Could you please switch it off? Mr. Ahmed? Mr. Ahmed? Ishita? Yeah, thank you. Okay. So keep smiling, and every time you look at the mirror, you just remember that you should smile. In fact, you put a smiley there, and people use this poster, smile, it increases the face value. Put that and remind yourself and keep smiling. Okay. And laughter, as I said, can be therapeutic and contagious. When you laugh, people around you laugh and they gravitate towards you. And there's no other soft skill binding that can happen other than that. Now, if you go to the root of this one, it has originated from the Greek word gelos, which means laughter, and gelatology refers to the study of laughter and its effects on the body from a psychological and physiological perspective. People have studied and they have understood that people who laugh live longer. People who laugh have almost no disease or less disease. And even when they get a disease, even something like cancer, people are able to beat it with a great sense of humor. Okay, so and then look at some characters from novels. Remember them, use them in situations. So there's a novel written by George Orwell, Down and Out in Paris and London, and in which there is a character, and they are Orwell, just like Charlie Chaplin, talks about tramps, people who have no home. They are wandering gypsies, okay, nomads, and then wherever they go, they take some job and they live. So during war period, there are many tramps in Europe. So Down and Out in Paris and London is about this tramp's life, and one of the tramps had to sell his razor, okay, and then he has sold it because he had to buy his bread and butter for that day. So he sold and he brings it and he lives with another person, he shares it, and then while eating he laughs and he continues to laugh, and the other person says, hey, why are you laughing? What's making you laugh? He says that, you see, I sold my razor set. Yeah, that's fine. But it didn't occur to me that while selling, I should have actually shaved it and then sold it to him. Okay, I forgot that I should have saved it. In my hunger, I just sold it first and then brought this, and it didn't occur to me. So finding humor even in that kind of situation, okay, so that makes you sweet and then makes you likable. Another famous novelist, Maya Angelou, recommends this regarding laughter. Laugh as much as possible. Always laugh. It is the sweetest thing one can do for oneself and one's fellow human beings, whenever it is possible. And Langston Hughes, another dramatist, points out, like a welcome summer rain, humor may suddenly cleanse and cool the earth, the air and you. When the rain comes, it cools the earth. When the humor comes, it cools the soul and your heart, and it relaxes your mind. You enjoy that coolness. But the surprising fact, if you ask how many times do we laugh, can you guess how many times the following laugh in a day? 4-year-old children, adults above 20, adults above 40. Very quickly, some answers in chat. Okay, just at least think how much the adult is laughing, how many times the adult laughs, at least. So Priti says whole day, maybe you are referring to the children, I think. But what about the adults, about 20, adults above 40? Okay, thank you. Okay, it will be surprising you. 4-year-old children around 300 times. So it's right, like at least the entire day they look like they are laughing. And adults about 20, it's 15 to 20 times. So on an average, this is like the teenagers, just they completed, they are going to college. So around 17.5 you can say. Adults above 40, most of us, just 4 times. And in some cases, it's not even this 4 times. Sometimes there are days that go without even laughing on a single time. Okay. So Aisha Siddiqui is correct. Yeah, 2 or 3 times for adults. Sometimes, as I said, it's even less than that. But as Pamela Gerloff says, laughter changes us, and in the loveliest ways. When we lighten up, we feel more positive and optimistic, more hopeful and engaged. We are friendlier, more resourceful, more attractive, more radiantly live. We all remember childhood smile. Even any person, when you say that somebody is looking so beautiful, you actually look at the person with a smile. Okay. So the same author recommends that for a healthy life, one should increase the laughter quota to 100 times a day, which means not just 4 times. See how many times that you can increase this laughter quota. 100 times. Okay. And there is also another thing that they point out: 100 times if you can laugh, it's 10-minute jogging, and it reduces the risk of heart attack. So, and it reduces the risk of cancer. So it reduces so many this thing, and they are all. This is from a famous psychology journal, Psychology Today. So they make all psychological studies. Now coming to this one, humor in workplace. The place where one works is viewed as a very serious area. It's like sometimes like a torture chamber. Okay, like a concentration camp. People go there, looks like morons, look at each other without smiling. They say good morning, they don't smile. And that's the reason why workplace is seen to be generating more negativity. But this negative perception can be changed by introducing humor in the workplace. When we learn to laugh together, we will work happily together and generate a very positive work environment. So that is my major submission to you, and I would request you to do as many things as possible to bring in this, and I'm going to give you suggestions, tips, and understand that no special training is required to inculcate humor, as it is inherent in human nature. In fact, humor is a defining characteristic that makes a human being essentially human. If you cannot smile, you are not a human being. Now, people are afraid, okay, in workplace especially, that if you crack jokes, if you bring in humor, others may think that you are a crazy guy, you are a funny guy, and you are not serious about work. No. If you look at the topmost CEOs, whomever you name, they will all have a characteristic way of cracking jokes, smiling, okay, at their people. So when you rise to higher level, you should also keep in mind that your level of humor should also keep enhanced. So it's a misperception that thinking that if I crack jokes, people think that he's a funny guy, pagal hai. So it's not like that. These are false perceptions and myths perpetuated by insecure people. But culturally, humans try to find occasions for laughing together because it fosters bonding within groups. That's why we have parties. That's why we want people to come for any small occasion. That's why we want people to come, because when people come together, although there are some people who will find fault with everything, but by and large people want to laugh around, share humor, enjoy fun. So we cannot neglect someone for being very serious in office, and when we see a comic sense overlapping all our chaotic routine, we'll be able to handle problems easily. So that is why it is necessary. And humor, you'll be surprised to know, is also today used as a kind of conflict resolution skill in problem solving. So in workplaces, brainstorming is used to think out of box and resolve problematic issues. But in some sessions where fun and laughter were used, 2 brainstorming sessions, one they were told you should not use laughter at all. In the other one they said you crack jokes whatever way, but you come out with a creative idea. But the place where they were allowed to crack jokes and laugh, they came out with better creative ideas and solved the problems quicker than the ones who were seriously thinking about the problem. So even brainstorming, nowadays they are encouraging humor and laughter, and the research indicated this. I'm quoting from that. Those who watched a comedy were measurably better at the task using insight than those who watched a horror film or worse yet, a lecture about quantum electronics. What this means for the innovation manager and brainstorm facilitator is that humor, lightened mood, and mental spaciousness are important when it comes to encouraging creativity, ideation, and problem solving. So, humor and lightened mood and mental spaciousness are important. So, only when it is created, so then you'll be able to bring out of box thinking. Okay. There are two kinds of people only. Ella Wheeler Wilcox says, okay, uh, who are they? Not the rich and the poor. For to know a man's wealth, you must first know the state of his conscience and health. Not the happy and sad, for in life's passing years, each has his laughter and each has his tears. Know the two kinds of people on earth, I mean, are the people who lift and the people who lean. In which class are you? Are you lifting the load or some overtaxed lifter who is going down the road? Or are you a leaner who lets others share your portion of toil and labor and care? Now, my point is you should join the ones who lift. Now, lift the load does not mean you are carrying blocks of stone and then carrying rocks. No. Lifting the load is used in a metaphoric sense. Lifting the mental load, lifting the mental burden, lifting the depressive thought. If you're able to use laughter to lift them, so they'll be grateful to you forever, and you allow them to lean, but you be the one who will be lifting them. And Michael Pritchard says this: you don't stop laughing because you grow old. You don't stop laughing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop laughing. So that's an important thought you should keep in your mind, because when you stop laughing, your face will get wrinkles very fast, because in laughter, there are so many muscles on the face are getting relaxed, which will not be relaxed if you don't laugh at all. So that's a physiological fact, so keep that in mind. Now coming to the third part, concluding part, how humor functions in the workplace. Okay. Now to start with, so far what we have done in the previous session, I discussed about the importance of laughing and living, that is living with laughter. So we learned that compared to a 4-year-old child that laughs 300 times a day, a 40-year-old man laughs only 4 times a day. So it's important to increase the laughter quota to 100 times a day, at least to live a healthy life. So gerontology, the study of laughter and its effects on the body, indicates the mind and body connection in maintaining health. If you don't laugh, you will grow old. You are vulnerable. Although workplace is considered a serious space, it is important to introduce humor to generate a positive work environment. So no special training is required, as humans are intrinsically tuned to humor. Humor in brainstorming sessions can facilitate creativity and quick problem solving ability. So this is what we have seen so far. Now let's go to the concluding thought and how we can look at the functioning. And before that, I want to go to another interesting video as how do we communicate and what do we communicate. And you should understand that communication is not only the verbal component, but it is mostly about the non-verbal component. And even in non-verbal, we say something and people take some other meaning. So to illustrate this, I'll go to a small video which is nonetheless humorous, and you'll be able to gather the meaning. So okay, I'm going to start it and observe it carefully, and alert me only if the video and audio is not clear. I think it will be clearing. Okay, I'm starting the.
Your audio is not.
Balloon, no?
Okay, I think you got the point. So let me go back to the presentation. So I use this actually to teach the limitations of communication. Thank you, ma'am. Like Dr. Ambiga says, we had a belly laugh. Thank you. That is also the aim of the session. Like you should laugh and make others laugh. Okay, so anytime I watch this, I still laugh. I might have used it hundreds of times and shared it with so many people, but you can see the contagious power that it has got. Like uh, when the person is doing it, the laughter becomes contagious, like it spreads, okay, and then people are not able to control it. But at the same time, the important point is that they are able to understand the message that when we think that we communicate something, we really don't communicate it 100% and not that effectively. So that communication, thinking that as teachers we are communicating things to students 100%, when we are mugging up something and when we are just doing cut paste, or when we are just vomiting, they are also just vomiting in the exam hall. Now communication has never taken place, but what I realized is when you are able to sprinkle that with humor, they laugh and then remember why is that this teacher was using it, and then that was something very interesting. Now the concluding part of this session, my aim is to make you understand this and understand the function of humor in the workplace. So in the workplaces, apart from problem solving, humor can resolve conflicts and it can minimize stress, increase productivity. So when people who enjoy their work, they keep laughing and then they crack jokes and do the work, they don't feel the monotony of the work. Besides, it connects people, it creates a bonding. So humor creates warmth and destroys coldness, and it helps one become popular. As I said, we all like a person who is highly humorous and who does not have any prejudice in making anyone laugh or trying to get some gain out of it. In fact, it makes one gain more friends. Friends will do things voluntarily to you. And soft skills are all about people skills. Humor used effectively, people will give you the success that you want, and it will also help you retain one's job despite untold difficulties. It's a very indispensable skill. And how many times we know, like somebody who is so humorous leaves us, we will all become so sad. Okay, because we will know that we will not be able to enjoy that kind of laughter once the person goes. But having said that, I'm trying to make you understand that each one has that capacity, and it's only the appropriate way in which you are going to use it. Because sometimes a joke can be told in such a manner, people will ask, oh, was that a joke? So please tell that you told a joke. So it should not be that way. Okay. People who lack a good sense of humor often quit jobs frequently and get depressed about it eventually. So sometimes I have seen people, a very light situation, they took it so seriously, they left the job. Only a light sense of humor could have alleviated the situation and made them continue with it. So when you nurture a playful attitude towards work, and if you are achieving more and more just for fun, the enormity of the work will not overwhelm you. In fact, they say that it's a strategy to look at work as a game, as a like funny game, and you'll be able to beat procrastination and then achieve productivity better. When you begin a meeting or a presentation with a joke, it makes the audience relate to you easily. If you have seen, that's what I did. I started with one cartoon, and then I wanted to develop a rapport. So that is how like you can build it up. And as you keep adding your humor to your workplace, your rigidity of thoughts and ideas will soon disappear, and you will become adaptable, flexible, spontaneous, open and confident. It will change your personality. And as you open up to new ideas and challenges, you will also become optimistic and help the people around you to become better. Now, what should you do? Share jokes, whether in WhatsApp, Facebook, share jokes. Okay. Most of the humor has this personal quality. So if you can go sit in a group while having tea, you can share it and make everyone laugh. It makes you happier than seeing someone laughing in close to one. Okay, so try to do it as personal as possible and identify what triggers your colleagues and friends. Okay, sometimes people will laugh when you say something, so you identify what triggers them, and by knowing that and making them smile, laugh, they look forward to your jokes, your humor. And when you make your colleagues enjoy the work, they will give their best. In fact, they will not distinguish between work and play if work can be so much fun. Besides, you can use humor to gain new perspective and maintain balance. You can use humor for expressing yourself in a creative manner. You can use humor to tell the truth when others are afraid because powerful people are trying to suppress it. Sometimes very suppressive situation where people are afraid of boss, but some person uses it as if it is joke, and when the boss gets angry says, no sir, just for joke I told, but the boss gets the point. So you can use humor sometimes even in oppressive suppressive situation, and when all other options have not worked out, sometimes you can just try humor and take note of the body language of others while sharing a joke. If they think that it is not receptive, if their language is becoming rigid, so then you should be careful. So if they are receptive, you are free. And then some suggestions I want to give before concluding. First, identify what is appropriate for your workplace. So add, share, and related to, suppose you are in IT, so there are so many jokes related to IT. You are in a call center, there are so many call center jokes. So in a teaching profession, there are so many jokes related to students and teachers. Plenty related to communication, soft skills. So identify that and see what will work and what people will enjoy, and use it as anecdotes in discussion, coffee rooms, okay, and even email. Use email to forward some jokes to groups, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp groups, etc. Both to collect as well as to share. You collect, keep it a kind of online library, and then you share it. The other interesting thing they do in offices where they believe humor is a kind of alleviating strategy, they use a notice board for displaying good jokes. Okay, and sometimes they have to identify good jokes and keep changing it regularly, sometimes every day, at least a week or so. So the person is always in the lookout for joke, always his mind is in a healthy state. In your office, I would suggest, if you are there, you can create a notice board, you can create a display board, and you can even volunteer. You can say that this will be a good strategy. We'll put some, you can have a joke corner. Okay, when they come to that corner, there is a joke, and you can tell each one of you can share it. You can cut a meme, put it there, but without offending anyone. And in some workplaces, they have this best humorist, cartoonist competition. So recognize one every day, every week, once in a month, and one for the entire year. So when you create this cartoon competition, humor club, so that also generates a kind of humorous mindset. And in parties, social gatherings, have a planned session for humor-based activities. Like normally they plan it, but keep some kind of humorous situation that everybody will be able to laugh. And have a small magazine that publishes only best jokes. Okay. There is also this possibility of inviting comedians occasionally. Whether it's a stand-up comedian or an actor who can enact something, or humorous puppet shows, and show comic movies, very good comic movies. And most important, form humor club within your office, outside the office, join humor clubs. And in some places they have humor hall. Okay. In European universities, they have a silent hall in library. Okay, there's a silent zone where you should not take any eatables. Although, like in US and all that, you can eat anywhere; they don't care. But in that area, you should not take eatables. That area, you should not even take laptop, not even mobile. Everything it should be in silent mode. You can lie on a couch, but you should only read the books. You can write something. So it's a very refreshing area where people go write something creatively. Like that, have a humor hall where if somebody is there, the person is there to crack a joke or share jokes. So have that hall and allow people to come and refresh themselves. And when they know that they should be there only either for listening to joke or for sharing it, while coming only they'll be smiling and coming. They'll be asking what joke today, like that. And appoint a humor committee. If you are in that capacity, have a humor committee so that identifies this, organizes this kind of activity, and allow colleagues to bring their children and pet animals, play with them. They evoke spontaneous humor. So there is a corporate office I know where they have called their pet dog, and they've created a small place for the pet dog, and the dog comes and it's a small dog, lies there, and the picture in the CV of all the employees, this picture is at the middle, and it is called as the CEO of happiness. So have this, some kids come and then everybody enjoy. So try to see how you can bring in this humor by all these ones possible. And concluding thoughts, Lawrence Bass says you have got to have a sense of humor to keep your sanity, he says, and today's situation is like that. So sometimes if you lose sense of humor, you may even become insane. People who get into schizophrenic and other clinical depression, I find that they lose this sense of humor. They take everything so seriously. And as Charlie Chaplin says, a day without laughter is a day wasted. 100 times laughter is a day gained. So this is something that you should realize. If you are living in life, live that with the day, with the laughter. And concluding thought, look at this. An old man had 8 hair on his head. He went to a barber shop. Barber in anger asked, "Shall I cut or count?" Old man smiled and said, "Color it." So life is to enjoy with whatever you have with you. And I again use this to tell height of optimism, sense of humor. So if you look at it, rhyming cut or count, he says color it. Nobody expects that this person would tell you that you just color it, because it's me, my life, the way I look at it. Okay. So this concludes my thought that you find situations, even in barber shops, you can create humor. And when people try to put you down, so this guy was trying to put him down, like so angry and saying, "Should I cut or don't?" He says, "Just color it." So be cool, suppress the others with your sense of humor, and that is my message. There are so many online materials. There is one helpguide.org that tells you how you can manage conflicts with humor. And you can use laughter to strengthen your relationships, to resolve disagreements, and they identify situations, they tell how you can use it. So there's another one site where it is live-laugh-linger.com, and some of the ideas I have taken is from this 10 days to add more laughter to your life. They say create humor hall and all that. Even at home they say create a humor corner, where it means when you go you have to tell a joke. And there is another one article that I refer to, The Power of Humor in Ideation and Creativity, who says brainstorming is done better when you are able to use humor. I also used another data from this Pamela Gerloff, who says we should at least use 100 times laughter in a day to live a healthy life. Thank you so much, and I hope that I was able to convey what I wanted to convey. Laugh and make all merriment, and be happy and make others happy. Live a healthy, happy life by smiling and just laughing. So thank you for giving me this opportunity, and thank you for attending this session. So you can put your questions, doubts, comments, appreciations, anything in the chat box, or you can use now the audio to ask questions also. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, sir, first of all, like before going to the query session,
Yeah.
I would like to thank you. Thanks a lot, sir. It's a fantastic and superlative presentation.
Thank you.
The bountiful of addendums given by you, like what are the personality traits to be a good teacher, how humor can be used as a very effective communication strategy, how to spread positivity with good humor, and you compared especially comparing a child with other people. And you gave many examples like Shakespeare's Hamlet and short videos and quotations of Charles Dickens, Maya Angelou, Ella Wheeler Wilcox, Michael. So,
Okay. Joginder Kukreja's question: how to differentiate between fake and genuine smile? Famous Mona Lisa, where the smile is supposed to be very enigmatic, okay? Because the person who actually gave the posture was a very poor lady, but he wanted to bring smile on the face, so she's smiling. But whether the smile is sadness or not, that is the debate. But when they ask the artist and why people like it so much is they consider that as a genuine smile, because when the smile is genuine, there is this smile coming from eyes. When it is just lip service, it is just like toothpaste advertisement. You will just see the tooth, okay, open and lips are open, but it's not coming from the eyes. Okay, you can see the distinction. So they are just, and it will give a kind of vilified look. It doesn't make you feel comfortable. Okay, when this smile is there. So that's a major difference I would like you to keep noting. Yeah, other questions? As I said.
from Supriti, bottom exam.
Okay. What an example, boss. I'm not sure, like, what are you asking? Are you asking, like, how should a boss be?
I was just praising. It was an amazing example you have given
Okay.
for fame and smile. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So I thought, like, but since you asked it, my thoughts on generally, I thought maybe you are asking, like, what should we do? Like, I have always enjoyed working with senior people who have made my workload less by making the environment humorous. But if in case we are all working as the capacity of a boss or a leader, I will say that encourage people to crack jokes, even crack jokes on you, on the situation. So that will reduce the burden of work and make everybody live a very healthy and happier life. So that's what I wanted to suggest there.
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Okay.
Yeah, any questions from the participants?
Sir, in the job interview, I think
Why don't you introduce yourself? Others will also know you. Yeah.
I am Dr. Joginder Pal Kukreja.
Okay. Okay.
From Uttarakhand, Dehradun.
Okay, great.
In the job interview, sir, is it not difficult to crack or to create a humor because we do not know the temperament of the other panelist? It may even we can make it, or we can even this can break as well that opportunity for the job.
Actually, that's why I said, sir, it should be very appropriate. It should not be looking like one is like breaking the decorum of the seriousness of the interview. But sometimes the situational humor, some of the interviews where I attended, I didn't even intend that it should become humorous. there is this author D.H. Lawrence, whom I have worked on for my this one MA, and in the PhD interview, my teachers they were there. They asked me like, why did you like Lawrence? Why did you work on that? Why did you want to select this author? It was for MPhil, I think. And then I said, yeah, these are things that I like. But then they asked, like, can we follow him in our day-to-day life? So I said, no, in an Indian context, it is not possible. They asked why. So I had a very serious personal thing about him. I said, sir, because he actually eloped with his tutor's wife, which is not the right thing to do in Indian context. I just said that it was a fact. Actually, he did, but somehow it created a lot of laughter, and they didn't expect this as an answer. They thought something very profound. So that I didn't intend, but that's what I'm saying. Sometimes, like the situation, when they laugh, most of the times you win it. But what I'm saying is, don't deliberately try to do something, but be spontaneous, be natural. When you're in your spontaneous and natural self, instead of being rigid, okay, so automatically you may do something that may bring in that. And sometimes, like if they ask you a situation, so then you can try to if they ask you to give an explanation, so then you should have ready-made situations that might evoke laughter. When they ask you for illustrations, or when they ask you to give an example, that is the time you can actually bring that. So one, be natural, and other one, be ready if a situation is given. So people, as I said, they will forgive you if it is appropriately done.
Anuradha, madam?
Yes. Good afternoon, sir. Actually, I wanted to share one incident.
Sure.
Actually, I had gone for an interview for a post of principal, and I am very short-sighted. Okay. And so the panelist, he just cracked a joke on me. He said that, where were you when God was distributing height? So I just looked at him, and he seemed to be very tall. So I said that, sir, actually the whole area was covered by people like you at that time. And then I saw that someone else was distributing intelligence. So I went and stood at that queue. So he started laughing, and he said that, do you mean to say that I don't have intelligence? So I said that, sir, I have not commented that. That is what you want to understand. So he laughed a lot, and he said that you have a lot of guts to speak like this. So I think that he took it as my confidence and my courage to speak the truth. So that was the experience.
Hey, thank you so much for sharing this. It's not just guts, but your presence of mind. Actually, in interview, there is something called stress interview. As you go high, interviews on fellowship, like Fulbright fellowship, they will have some stress to questions. Like they will bounce on you from various ones. They just want to see whether you are able to answer it in a calm, relaxed manner. And when you answer this kind of thing, it also made them realize that you have a sense of humor, and you have good presence of mind. Not many people will quickly retort that way. Thank you for sharing.
Okay. Sir, shall we end the session?
Yeah. If there are no questions, and many have appreciated the one. Thank you so much. Thank you all.
Because, the way you presented in such a way that like we don't have questions, and it's great that start from the beginning, like we went with a positive attitude in the first session. On the day 1 session, first session, and the ending, we are again going with the positive, this one, that too learning positive things, and being in a humorous way, and we laugh a lot.
Okay, so continue it. My suggestion is like implement something today, tomorrow, when you go to your workplace, at home, implement it, remember it, and do something about it. Whether you start a humorous club, share it. So whatever you do, make a conscious attempt of it, and then it becomes your second nature, and then it will go like that. And once again, I thank you, ma'am, and thank you all the organizers, because it's so nicely organized. And as I said, this is the first time people have thought that humor is really important, and I was very grateful for that. Although I knew that it's very important, but I'm getting the opportunity to share with the people, and it's one such session that you share and you enjoy the sharing also. Like when you laugh, I also get that back. It is contagious. So it's a win-win situation. Thank you once again for the wonderful opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. We gained so much of knowledge, and we are we are ending the session with so much of humor and happiness. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
So, before posting the feedback link, I extend my thanks to all our resource persons from day 1 onwards. Professor Y.S. Sharda, Department of English, Sri Padmavati Mahila University, Andhra Pradesh, and Professor K. Sai Chandu sir, author and speaker, President of IAAC Andhra Pradesh, Dr. Samuel Rukumia Kangru, research analyst and motivational speaker from Kenya, and Professor Linio Weises Capelso, CEO, President of Beyond Books Publication, Master Teacher, Department of Education, Pampanga, Philippines, Professor Samuel Johnson, Professor of Wit, Andhra Pradesh, Dr. G. Reddy Shekhar Reddy sir, Professor of Christ University, Bangalore, Dr. P. Suresh, Associate Professor from Wales Institute of Science, Technology and Advanced Studies, Chennai, Dr. T. R. Pratima Roy, Professor and HOD of English Department from St. Joseph UG and PG College for Women, and Ms. Devika Menezes Gill, Relationship Management Mentor, Trainer and Motivational Speaker from United Kingdom, Dr. U. Danish, Professor of English, Ramakrishna Mission, Vivekananda College, Chennai, Dr. A. Ganeshan, Professor of English, Ramakrishna Mission, Vivekananda College, Chennai, and special thanks to Professor T. Ravichandran sir, Professor, Department of Humanities and Social Sciences, IIT Kanpur. And also my thanks to the management, our chairman and as well as vice chairman, Sri A. Gangireddy sir, and as well as Sri Prakash Amboram sir. And my heartfelt thanks to Dr. T. Kalpalata Reddy madam, principal of SVEC, and the convener of the program, Dr. K. Sunita Reddy, professor and HOD of SNH department, organizing secretary, Dr. M. Venkateswaran sir, and co-coordinators, Mr. D. December and Ms. V. Vani. My sincere thanks to Professor Nagamaleshwar Rao, IIIT Nuchvidu, Dr. Sitaling, Assistant Professor, BLDES, ASP College of Commerce, Karnataka, and special thanks to Dr. B. Usha, Dean and HOD of Vedic University. Before posting the feedback link, I would like to announce that participants, please fill the overall feedback and assessment form carefully, because it reflects the same in the certificate. Last time, like we faced with some participants, and my heartfelt thanks to all the participants who have supported from in the phase 1 and as well as phase 2, that you are with us, and we expect the same thing in the phase 3 also, which we are going to conduct in the month of December last week.
Excuse me, ma'am, I would like to know what could be the topics for phase 3 you have talked about just now.
Yes ma'am. Phase 3 that we are going to conduct in the last week of December. The topic is about the life skills at workplace. And within on Tuesday or Wednesday, we are going to release the flyer. We'll be posting the same thing in the WhatsApp and as well as in the Telegram groups.
Okay, thank you, madam.
And whatever the feedback links are there from day 1 to day 5, which has been already posted in the WhatsApp and as well as in the Telegram groups, I request all the participants to please fill all the feedback forms and as well as the overall feedback form and come assessment exam, then only you will get the certificate. Many of the participants couldn't able to fill because of weather problem or network problem, whatever it may be. But again, we posted in the WhatsApp and Telegram group. I request all the participants to fill all the feedback forms.
Ma'am, phase 3 information you put in our WhatsApp group?
What, madam?
Which WhatsApp group, Manishri, madam?
Yes, sir. WhatsApp and Telegram group, both.
No, WhatsApp group you have created separately for these sessions or what? Telegram group we know, but WhatsApp group you have created separately.
Is like some people couldn't able to join the Telegram group, sir. So for them, again, we can. Yeah.
Even I am not in the WhatsApp group where it was created. That's what I am asking.
That's what, sir. Like some people, like some participants, they couldn't able to join in the Telegram group. Then we created and posted in the link in the Google Meet only.
Okay.
Google Meet and YouTube. We have already posted over there. I think on the first day and second day, on both days.
Okay. If we are in the Telegram group, I think it is okay. No problem.
Yeah. Like some are not there in the Telegram group. So that is why again we are posting in the WhatsApp group.
Right. Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am. I need to ask you one more question, ma'am.
Yes.
Till what time we are supposed to finish off this assessment?
Assessment will be active tomorrow up to 10 o'clock. But whatever the other feedback links are there from first session to 11th session. So that will be active till 8 p.m. Today 8 p.m.
Okay,
so
assessment is active till tomorrow.
10 o'clock, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Because there are 25 questions are there. I don't want to make it hurry to the participants. So because as it is a Saturday and from morning to evening you are with us, so I'd like to be cool and get relaxed and then you can fill the form.
That's so nice of you. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
So even whatever the link is posted here, that you can keep it in your mail ID. You can transfer it to your mail ID if you are not there in any of the links.
Madam. Hello, madam.
Yes, sir.
Madam, I am not there in the WhatsApp group also as well as in the Telegram also.
Why, sir?
I was not.
1 second, sir. I'll post the WhatsApp link to you now.
Thanks.
Yeah, I posted the WhatsApp link, sir.
Yes.
You can go with that and join.
Thank you, madam.
And I humbly request thanks to all the participants. My heartfelt thanks to all the participants for cooperating me from the phase 1 to phase 2 to the completion of phase 2, and I expect the same from the participants.
Manushri madam, we are very much impressed by your organizing skills.
Thank you, sir.
And you have introduced all the speakers in a very in a manner which we have seen first times. And
thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Last speaker appreciated that, and and you were always there at all the points till everybody was there on the. You were always there. You were always last. So we have never seen such amazing and have some organizing persons like you. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, really has appreciated the training, really excellent. लॉकडाउन के बाद ऑनलाइन ट्रेनिंग मैंने जितनी अटेंड की है, इसमें ये जो ट्रेनिंग है मेरे लिए बहुत ही लर्निंग रहा है. So thank you so much. ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಓವರ್ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ.
Hello, ma'am. Neela, ma'am.
हाँ जी
Thank you,
मैम.
ma'am. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
This 12th feedback and this final
Yeah,
feedback is
12
same.
and the overall feedback is same, sir.
Okay, thank you.
That is the last one. That you can do up to tomorrow. Tomorrow up to 10 o'clock, there is a time limit.
This form is also in the same thing, in the same link, ma'am.
Which one, madam?
The last you gave, no, last assessment.
Yeah, it's
form.
there in the chat box, no?
Yes,
It's
ma'am, but
an assessment form.
we can submit it by tomorrow.
Yeah, you can submit. It's not an issue, madam. First, you please concentrate on the from day 1 of session 1 to session 11 feedbacks. Those who did not complete, you please fill those forms first, and then you can come with this. Can go with this feedback link, last one. Or the participants who already filled all the feedback links, they can directly go to the last one. No
Okay.
issues.
Okay.
So almost as it is a Saturday and it's a weekend, everybody will have their own works and they want to get relaxed. But you are with us almost from morning to evening, and evening, like, you have some works or you want to get relaxed. So that is why we gave some time.
The time is up to 10 o'clock in the evening or tomorrow morning.
Last feedback is tomorrow 10 o'clock, sir.
Feedback and assessment both.
Yeah, tomorrow 10 o'clock.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not in the Telegraph group. You have not sent in the Telegraph group this last feedback or the assessment.
1 second. One second, madam.
Okay.
Actually, we posted, so I don't know why it did not print. Got it now, madam? Could you please check it? It's there in the Telegram group.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for reminding. Why? Because
Hello.
yeah, hello, madam.
Thank you very much, Venkateswara ma'am.
Ma'am, my name is Vanishri. Actually, I log in with my organizing secretary's mail ID.
I thought they are calling you Vanushri and that's your nickname. That's why I have called like this. Vanushri, you have a beautiful voice.
Thank you,
And
Sukriti, madam.
that
From which place?
Yeah, I'm from Delhi,
You're
Vanushri.
from Delhi. Nice.
Yeah, and working in South Delhi Municipal Corporation. But you have a beautiful
Oh,
voice and shows that you have a beautiful heart too.
thank
And
you, ma'am.
all the sessions were really very good. We enjoyed a lot. May God bless you. May
Thank
God
you, ma'am.
bless
Thanks a
you.
lot.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you.
Good evening, madam.
Good evening, GB Chand. I don't know, Prithvi.
Madam, I am Prithviraju from Vishnu Engineering College for Women, Bhimvaram.
Okay, nice to meet you, sir. Yes.
We have actually taken part in the phase one also.
Yeah.
This is our phase two now, and
Vishnu,
really happy, madam. Thank you for giving us the chance.
thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
And yes, ma'am, I have submitted it. And
And
thank you, madam. We are looking for phase three.
yeah, that's what, sir. We expect the same, this one from you. It's an encouragement for us also.
Yeah, yeah, we are always there, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, it's up to tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. For those participants, maybe the short form of link did not work, so they can go with the full link. I posted that in chat box. Participants who couldn't able to join in the Telegram group, this is a WhatsApp link, they can join.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hello, Mr. Mishra, sir. You are from which place?
From Odisha, ma'am.
Odisha. Nice, nice, sir. I think it's famous for a Konark temple.
Yes, ma'am. So I have a doubt, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, which time we shall submit the feedback form for the last session?
Last session is tomorrow up to 10 o'clock, sir, morning.
Morning. The feedback form as well as assignment form, ma'am.
Yeah, both are same, sir. Actually, I gave two links. Why? Because one is a short link. If for some participants, if it doesn't work, then you can go with the full link.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm Aparna. Yeah. Thank you so much. It was so very well organized.
Thank you.
In fact, yeah, kudos to the entire team and especially you. So all the sessions were very beautiful and wonderful. In fact, very informative also. That was a great learning. I've completed the feedback form and I've submitted the assessment form also.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, it's
so
done.
Once we'll check it, because as we are giving time, so after that, then we'll start working with the certificates. That is why we asked at least for 10 days.
Yes. I think we'll receive
last
within
time
10
actually
days.
we send it within 3 days.
Yes.
So, but
very good job, ma'am. So
thank you.
very well done, very well organized. It's so difficult to, organize to cooperate with all these
no.
things.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. And we expect you again in the phase 3 also.
Yes, sure. We are looking forward to. We are looking forward.
Thank you.
Yeah. See you. Thank you.
See you,
Bye.
ma'am. Bye.
Stay safe. Yeah. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Same.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am. Actually, thank you for organizing such a nice program. Actually, all the sessions were very
Khushbu, ma'am, your name?
impactful,
Yeah, Khushbu, ma'am.
impressive,
Dr. Khushbu.
and very informative.
Thank you, ma'am. You're from which place? Yeah, sir.
I'm from
Siddharth, sir.
actually, I was earlier working in Bihar.
Oh.
And now I am residing at Gurgaon.
Okay.
Tell me, Vani madam.
Yes, sir.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Sir, Ramesh Panda, sir. Yes, good evening, sir. You're from which
Good
place,
evening,
sir?
ma'am. Good evening. Thank you very much for your everything, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
You are a nice organizer, quite hospitable.
Thank you.
You have
But still,
not just-
without the participants, I will become just alone.
But you have not just tried to draw the attention, rather you have arrested the emotions of all the faculty members, all participants.
Thank you.
I'm
Sri,
really
madam.
thankful to you,
Sir,
ma'am.
Nagendra, sir. Yes, thank you, sir.
And I have already sent all my feedback
Okay.
along with my assessment. Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Assessment
sir.
sheet. Thank you very much
Thank
once
you,
again
sir.
for your everything, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank
Stay
you.
blessed.
Thanks a
Stay
lot,
blessed.
sir. Thank
Stay
you.
blessed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
madam.
Yes, sir. Nagendra, sir.
Good
Chappan.
evening once again. Good evening once again. I'm Dr. Nagendra Kumar.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
actually running a mind training institute of soft
Okay.
skills at Kakinada, Andhra Pradesh.
Hmm.
And I really appreciate your organizing skills and
Thank
the
you.
language and the communication what you have used during all the 6 days program which I have attended. Of course, I have not missed a single minute unless there is a technical snag or some problems or power off, like something like that. But I have attended all the 6 days sessions. I mean, total morning and evening also, and your organizing skills are exemplary.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Which like
Exemplary.
all
And
the
now
words are boosting me up.
I request you to definitely include me in the phase 3 program also without missing, so that I can utilize the opportunity.
Sure. Definitely, sir. We'll send mails, and as well as not only like we are putting in the WhatsApp, but still we are sending the mails also.
Only problem is you have logged into with Venkateswara name, which some of the people would not have been motivated by listening to your name or seeing at you.
What to do, sir? Because whatever like the others, this one is
Excellent, madam. And thanks for giving me an opportunity, because I'm not a professor of any institute or the university, but I am a faculty of an institute,
Sir,
which I
it's not
voluntarily
because we
taken
are
the
faculty, we are all teachers. That's all.
Yeah. Thank you. And I have cleared my, this overall feedback also. And 40% above, I got it also. No problem for that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And my request you to is include in the third phase programs also. And anyway, you can provide me one of the email to whom I can send my profile, so that even in the third phase, I can deliver one lecture if possibility is there.
Okay, sir. 1 second.
Yeah.
Sir, you can send this your profile to this mail ID. Let me speak with my higher authorities.
Sure. Because I'm an independent trainer, organized some 632 programs as of now.
Actually, after exams and this one, we are planning to conduct one program with the students also.
Yeah.
Now they are busy with the exams, so
No issue.
let me see after January.
I'll send that entire profile to you, your email which you have supplied right now. Okay. And yes, you can peruse that. Thank you, madam. Once again, sincere thanks to you from the bottom of the heart for your exemplary skills.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Right.
Mishra ji, मैं already post करी थी ना Telegram group पे. It's already there. Overall feedback form is there.
Okay, ma'am. Up to 10 session ये available है तो.
10 sessions का भी लगाई थी ना मैं.
11 12 का नहीं है मैम.
Oh, 11th one is not there. 1 second. Sorry.
11,
Sorry
12.
to remind me. Sorry. Thanks to remind me.
Okay, thanks. All right.